G'day guys, how you doing? Now before the CGX-L had to go back to Celestron Australia, I did go out and shoot a video of me imaging deep space. Now that video, I wasn't going to end up posting it or anything like that because I didn't get to finish the video, and the reason that happened is I was shooting the twin RASs, separate images on each with a slight overlap to then join into a mosaic. But what had happened and what I'd never really thought of was that when you're slewing and imaging with the twin setup and you get to the meridian and you got to do a meridian flip, then that main camera that's doing all the work and the slave that's gone along ends up switching to the opposite side. So what had happened was I started off the night imaging, and the secondary imaging was capturing, say, the left hand side of the image of the main camera, and then as it meridian flipped, the secondary camera ended up capturing the right hand side of the main image. So therefore I was capturing 3 panels in one night, and that's not what I wanted, because I wanted to make sure that I was getting enough data from the secondary raster to be able to obviously create a nice image from that, as well as the main data, and keep them the same. And so because of that, I didn't really worry too much about finishing the video and posting it. But I figured, you know what, I'm pretty sure you guys would like to see just how excited I was to start my Orion mosaic. So this video is going to be basically showing the start of that night through into the imaging session a little bit, and then I'll show you the image I captured at the end. It was only I only ended up doing one image because, as I said, I didn't get enough data from each panel, like the other panel, from the secondary raster, because of that meridian flip and all that issue. The reason I didn't come across that before, because when I was trying it all out here in the backyard, I was shooting Eta Carina, and I was facing south, and I never had to do a meridian flip with that. So that could just image throughout the whole night, the way it was the whole night, and therefore I was able to capture enough data for both frames and everything else like that. So learning a little bit about the rasters and the dual imaging setup. So it's all a big learning curve, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. Maybe you've picked up a few things along the way. And yeah, if you've ended up enjoying this video, please give me a big thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and check out some of the other videos. Well, with all that being said, I'm going to begin the beginning of the last video before the CGX-L died. Enjoy. G'day guys, how you doing? And I'm pretty damn excited, because this is the first Astro Adventure video of 2021, and I'm also going to be finally imaging the Red Horsehead Nebula from the constellation of Orion. Now, I was thinking about shooting Orion itself, but I thought, you know what, let's shoot the Red Horsehead Nebula, and then we can go on from there. Now, I do plan on shooting a mosaic, so I'm not going to be aiming both the rasters at it. I'll start my mosaic of Orion, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to start setting up because I've only just arrived. So yeah, time to set up and get these rasters ready. Alright guys, so the polar alignment's all completed, and we're pointing at the Red Horsehead Nebula. Now I'm pretty excited about this, because it's been such a long time in the making for this mosaic to happen, and it's kind of like, well, it's not like, it's a dream of mine to shoot a huge mosaic of the great Orion Nebula, or sorry, not Orion Nebula, of the constellation of Orion, for such a long time. And for those that have been following me from almost the start, you would know just over 12 months ago I started Project Orion which was the mosaicing of images, and I didn't quite get too far, so that's what started the whole idea of me wanting to go to the twin raster setup so I could shoot more panels in a night and start getting my mosaics and larger images, and this is it. This is the beginning of that. So I'm really excited, and I keep looking up because I just love looking up at the night sky, and it always fascinates me, and it always brings me back to the first images I shot of Orion, and that feeling I got and excitement. And I'm kind of like that now. It is a little bit windy, and I am set up a little bit, maybe a little bit too close to the shed for the other racer. I hope not. And yeah, geez, well, I'm rambling a little bit. So I'll focus, and what I'm going to be doing is shooting a various amount of exposures, so 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and 90 seconds. I'm only going to be shooting 10, maybe 30 frames of 10 and 30 frames of 30, and the rest is going to be 90 seconds. And the reason for that is I want to try and maintain as much high dynamic range throughout the image as I can. Because I'm shooting all these panels and mosaics, I want everything to be the same. So when I get to Orion and image Orion itself, I know that in a 30 second or a 90 second exposure at f2, even with the gain of 121, I'm going to overcook Orion's core, and I want to try not to do that. Plus, I want to also maintain some of those star colors too. So shooting a 10 second exposure and then the 30 second exposure will allow me that histogram, or that blend of light I've captured, to blend quite nicely between 10 and 30 seconds, and then 90 seconds for the deeper and fainter nebula areas. So I hope that all works. In theory it does, and shooting just normal with my normal camera and all that sort of stuff, it does. But you know, I guess I'm a little bit nervous about this because it's been such a long time in the making, and I'm super excited that this is going to be the beginning of 2021, and my twin rasters, mosaics, panoramics of Orion. Well, enough ranting, enough rambling, so I'm going to get on with the imaging, and like always I will come back to you a bit later on in the night.